as I'm sure that you're already aware of this, is that this world is a mysterious place. And the little incidents in your life, the little subtle nuances of your everyday, normal routine, and the pieces of the puzzle that you put together unconsciously with those individuals who you find in your life play a significant role. And some of them are attracted to you for specific reasons. Some of them, for a few of us, for paranormal reasons. Weird things that you won't be able to describe to an average person. They won't be able to comprehend it. But those of our ilk, those who know what the fuck I'm talking about, know exactly what I mean by that. So, truth is stranger than fiction. And not everybody here on the same agendas. Some people here got different approaches when it comes to how to acclimate certain knowledge, how to apply certain information, how to take that information and aim it towards certain goals, personal goals, agendas that individuals have on their own or collective. And everybody down here is not on the same motherfucking page. They don't have the same, like I said, don't have the same goals. Some of them are competing goals. So I say all that to say this. Ain't shit sweet down here. Don't get it fucked up. Don't get it twisted. Some motherfuckers down here got nefarious motherfucking origins about themselves. And it takes an individual or a group of individuals to embark on a self-initiated journey, an adventure, if you will, going deep to the lowest recesses of that subconscious mind and tearing through the whatever floor that is, and you jumping into something totally alien, something totally preternatural, primordial, dealing with things or aspects of yourself or aspects of the cosmos that don't have no definition, that don't have no name. And one would maybe have the only way of describing it, for lack of a better term, as Lovecraftian. Dealing with the shit that came before the flesh, so to speak. Now, things like that, like, to get personal for a minute, I stumbled upon this shit. Sorcery, high-level sorcery, right? Stumbled upon certain things on my own without having shit that certain individuals couldn't teach me this. So what I'm saying is that the things that you keep pushing, you gotta keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. You're gonna get to a certain level where it can't be really taught or explained. It only can be experienced. And once one experiences it, you will know it when you hear it through a sequence of words. So far as I'm concerned, is how I see individuals like that. And I only know 2 other ones like this. They're marked. They've been somewhere. And they got markings over them. Their aura, everything about them, the way they choose their word, the way they phrase with their word, whether they send it through text or email, whatever, certain phrase or words through the sequence of words to let you know when they're describing certain experiences that you know this motherfucker tapped into that other shit. The shit that's beyond melanin, beyond flesh, beyond definition. The shit that came before this. And it's something that it takes a lot to deal with. You have to compartmentalize yourself and understand that this embodiment, this force is absolutely 1000% could be categorized so you can comprehend what the fuck I'm saying. That's evil. Pure evil. Pure madness. Pure violence. Pure anarchy. Chaos. Cosmic horror, if you will. And having this and being able to open up these doorways and have this influx of energy at your disposal can give you, or will give you, a heightened sense of not only awareness, but in those instances of embodying this energy, this force of cosmic nature, of some alien origin that I can't find no fucking definition for this shit and nothing. But it's talked about through a lot of secret society groups, whatever the shit they was talking about, macrobes and the shit they was fearing that exists outside of space and time, that type of shit. That Donald Tyson type of shit. But what it gives you, it makes you aware not only of power, I'm talking unbridled power, but it puts the individuals in your life. You have to protect them from you. Meaning that due to the sense of your heightened sense of awareness, your heightened sense of emotional control, being able to certain words or weaponized language patterns, everything you speak, everything you think, and everything how you behave around these individuals, you have to protect them from you, because at a whim, at a moment's notice, you could cause unmitigated catastrophe around individuals that's in your life that you love, or just random motherfuckers in your neighborhood, due to the energy that's around you, due to the energy that you unlocked within yourself. And once you unlock this, once you open this door, understand something. There's no closing it. There's no turning back. So, one would have to be comfortable in working and dealing with necromancy, dealing with spirits of the dead, dealing with spirits in general. It could be motherfuckers that just passed over the weekend in your city, right? And due to you opening up those certain doors within you, you will attract them. You will attract those spirits who need to try to find somebody, a doorway, somehow back into the physical, to deliver a message, or to have a conversation with, to figure out just what the fuck is going on. They feel trapped. They feel like they, you know what I'm saying, a chicken with their head cut off. They don't know what the fuck is going on. You will have to be comfortable in dealing with that. Me, I can turn that shit off. You see what I'm saying? So pick out your own coffin. Everybody here ain't on the same shit. Like I'm not on the same, nigga. Whatever the fuck I am, I don't have no definition for this shit. It's something totally something else. I can look at it and use aspects of that to define myself as the singularity, bridging both aspects of light and dark for my alchemical transformation. But last couple of weeks dealing with a lot of this energy and a lot of this the transmutation that I turned fucking my depression into nothing but power. And what you do with that power is up to you in that moment when you have it, and how you apply that shit to your work, to your creativity, to your imagination, your visualization. Whatever it is that you need to fuel up to build yourself back up, that's what you do. And the correspondence of that physical, in the physical, is me back working out again. Me going through the gym, doing shit at work, nigga, tearing apart my muscles to build them motherfuckers back up. And that shit feel good. It feel good to go through that alchemical process of both mind, spirit, body, and all that shit to acclimate yourself, to improve yourself. But whatever it is that I am, I know I'm not like the rest of you niggas. I don't give a fuck how much melanin content I got. Nigga, I ain't just... There's something else going on here. And one of the things that lets me know that is my relation with other motherfuckers. So, you understand the concept of mutants, right? Magneto, talking about they're on a higher evolutionary chain of humans, right? and that superiority complex that he have or a mutant would have over a human, that's what I have. And it's not something that to make me feel good about it. That's just how the fuck I feel. It's like no different than how you feel when you look at a fucking ant on the ground. You see an ant walk, you can stump that motherfucker anytime you want, but you don't got to. It ain't nothing to you. You're indifferent to it. So what I'm understanding is what I've gotten grown comfortable with is being able to have that certain indifference when dealing with humans, dealing with regular mundane melanin niggas, honestly. That's on a certain conscious level, where I have to stomach the monotony of whatever conversations that they have. That's why I do so much scientific implication with mind control and other sorcery, just to have some shit to do, just to test my shit in the field, in the moment. At a moment's notice, come up with a spell or a sigil to have everybody in there subconsciously reprogrammed to my liking. No different from rebooting or reprogramming a computer. You see what I'm saying? I do that not with malicious intent, but as a way to strengthen my craft, to strengthen my skills, to strengthen my abilities, to flex them here within this dream. Because like I said, when I go to sleep, that's when I wake up. And a lot of things that I realized doing as far as like dealing with heart chakra work is opening up that doorway within my heart chakra to let those emotions flow and to have my heart light as a feather. Understand this, because I never said this before. This is what I just discovered within myself on my own journey, is that outside of space and time, like working on your heart chakra and all that shit, going through your trauma and working through all the pain, the shit that your parents did, yada yada yada, that shit only apply here in the flesh, as far as the human, from a human's perspective. Because guess what? Outside of space and time, outside of matter, the heart chakra is a bridge, a gateway to that moment, to that gate. And outside of space and time, once you go through that gate, don't give a nothing's there is conducive to your human bullshit, to your trauma, to your melanin, your black pride shit, your black and excellence shit, yo, whatever, how you feel about the black mother, queen, goddess. None of that shit means nothing. It don't even motherfucking exist as an idea, as a meme, as a concept, or a thought form construct outside of space and time. If there anything outside of space and time is dealing with a whole nother experience, a whole nother set of rules and parameters when it comes to having an experience, an embodiment of that energy. It's undefinable. So, going through your heart chakra and shit, just imagine getting to that level and you still have those thoughts and shit about whatever human heaven or some type of utopia one may think about going to Venus where niggas is playing music and the Gap Band and motherfucking some shit like that, Earth, Wind, and Fire, you sitting around having barbecues and shit with your niggas. That shit exists in this realm and a couple of other adjacent realms and down here in the physical where one would go and experience what it is to be human there. The shit I'm talking about is the equivalent of going to the Necronomicon dealing and trying to run up on the Cthulhu and telling that nigga how you feel about what them white motherfuckers is doing on Earth in third dimensional reality. Or going to fucking Cthulhu and trying to explain to that nigga your hardships and your traumatic experience that you had as a kid. You understand what I'm saying? That shit don't apply to nothing like that. That nigga don't understand that shit. Just like I'm not understanding the shit I'm hearing y'all niggas is talking about, this victimhood shit. I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know what victimhood is. What the fuck is you talking about? So understand something. Going through this shit, going through the monotony of this everyday struggle that we all go through, this work that we all love to talk about. So this shit has to be left. You gotta put shit in perspective. There's levels to this shit. It's a lot of levels. And when you get to certain levels of this shit, you will realize, you will soon realize the grim reality of this shit. This shit that you can't be taught. The shit that you will have to fall back on is your sorcery. In those little moments of when there is absolutely no other option but to act on whatever you've been reprogramming yourself with, and whatever sorcery or chaos work that you've done to acclimate, to build yourself up to those levels where you know exactly what to do in those moments. And motherfuckers who know me, who fuck with me, know what those moments are. And you have no choice but to act. Not think about what that nigga Rogue Titan says to do in this moment. Not thinking about what Panic, Bobby Hemmett, Travis, nigga Will Capru, and all the good niggas that's putting in this work, talking this shit, talking that gangster shit with this shit. All that shit flies out the fucking window when you in those moments. Because you gotta act. And if you don't act, you getting fucked, you getting annihilated. So understand something. Not everybody here on the same shit. Like, so when I get around a group of niggas, I know I'm looking at a farm. I'm looking at chickens. I don't give a fuck how deep a nigga is. Because the shit that once you turn some shit on, once you get put up on some shit, you will run into other motherfuckers who don't speak on this shit like this. They ain't on YouTube like me. That's not making videos. They ain't on social media. You run into these motherfuckers on these certain planes, outside of this, outside of flesh, when you ain't dealing with nothing but code. And whatever that code is, whatever that binary code you see in that matrix shit, whatever it is that you take and put form to is what you become. For example, seeing this shit, seeing the code, all this binary code shit, right? You put definition to it. Because that defines everything that's in this simulation. Everything that's in your reality, including your body. So you can take those codes, and in those moments of you being creative and you using your imagination, your creativity, and your visualization, in your power and will and your belief, with the strength of your will and the power of your belief, you can turn into whatever. What I do, so you thinking I'm turning into a body, something that's going to be physical. Nigga, I'm going to turn it into concepts, depth, ideas, memes. Another idea, another concept, communication. You turn into and you embody what it is to be communication, what it is to be death, what it is to be chaos. As an idea, as a construct, a thought form construct. So when you in those moments, what you're doing is creating a branch. The motherfucking tree can be the concept of chaos, but the branch can be creativity. Because unlimited potential and creativity is coming from the root or the tree that is chaos, the concept that is chaos. And you embody that. You become it. So anybody that's working with chaos magic is working and filtering their energy from the source. And you the source. Because at this level, you become this shit. And this shit can't be taught. It has to be experienced. And these doorways ain't in no book. These pathways ain't in no goddamn scroll nowhere. This is some shit that wasn't written down nowhere. This is that Don Juan sorcery shamanic shit that you will just embark on almost haphazardly. And you will find it. And when you find it, you have to act on that fucking jewel you found. You have to act on that. So you gotta know what the fuck to do with it in that moment. Because it's dangerous and it's treacherous. You can get your ass fucked up like Oz Red and get your ass swallowed up and torn apart by some shit that the rest of you niggas won't see. But he saw that shit when he got tore the fuck up. Dealing with the Necronomicon and shit. Fucking with that type of energy and those type of entities that reside there. You see what I'm saying? On this level, you have to be these niggas. So you ain't fucking with Cthulhu, you are Cthulhu. You are Yog-Sothoth, the gateway. Azathoth. You see what I'm saying? The Yatha Hotel. That's why I fuck with that energy a lot. That's why I embody it. I am the Yatha Hotel. He showed me a lot of this shit. Not through words. Having a goddamn experience through the embodiment that he represents. Or that it represents. And living out my experience going through that shit. Seeing how I'm filtering my motherfucking chaos energy through all the writers that's talking about this H.P. Lovecraft universe that they're starting to create. Thank you very much. You got Nicolas Cage in one, the Color Out of Space. You seeing them talk about this shit a lot. You seeing the Jordy Rose talk about D-Wave and Kindred motherfucking AI, and they referencing the great old ones. You can thank me for that shit. I don't give a fuck about you thanking me. I don't need your approval. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I know how to filter my thought forms and my memes and my ideas and manipulating Zarg or the collective unconscious to get my thought forms to come into life, to come through fruition through the inspiration and ideas of motherfuckers who's opened up the doorway within their subconscious mind to allow my energy and my influence to come through them. Working niggas like puppets. What my nigga say? In the ear of a slut, I whisper sweet nothings. Sip white Russian, control bitches like puppets. Mark Marciano, nigga, to go. Anyway, that's what you will do. In those moments, you will know what to do with that when you get that energy, when you're working with that experience. You have to live this shit out. This shit can't be given to you. You have to experience it. And the only way to do this shit is to destroy any forms or concepts that you have in your life of any form of limitation. Remove the concept or the belief in yourself of limitation, of restriction, we talk about removing fear or whatever. Remove that shit. You gotta move, you gotta destroy the concepts of that. So if you want to do a ritual and you just write out the word limitation, restriction, hindrance, whatever, write it out. You know what I'm saying? Create an affirmation where you referencing that specific thought form in the form of you destroying it. You always want to write it out, and how I do it, or how I've done it in the past years ago, writing the shit out, and I always spoke on the shit that already occurred. Like, I destroyed all forms of limitation that exist within my subconscious mind, and it is done. Write that shit out, rip that shit up, burn it, flush it down the toilet, create a sigil out of it, gaze at it, stare at it to the point you forgot what the fuck it meant, burn it, whatever. You can use that shit accompanied with certain frequency modulation to listen to excite certain chemical responses in your brain, whatever that you need to do to convince your mind that it's done. And it will be. Just like that. Back on this evil that I brought up. It's ancient. Shout out to Peter O'Toole for the movie The Phantoms. It's primordial. And what I'm realizing is before the order of light, before flesh, before order, you're dealing with chaos, you're dealing with darkness, you're dealing with death, but you're dealing with evil. We was on some other type of shit before we came into this flesh, and it was not all good. Maybe that's why in the Bible it talks about God created the heavens and the earth. He said it was good, because if he referred to this shit as good, or if you refer to this shit as good here, that means originally it must have come from something that was before it, which was evil. Good and evil corresponds to duality, how that shit is ruled as a simulation, as something that's embedded within this reality or experience to correspond with. That's what it is. So if he said, let there be light, of course there must have been darkness. And he gave life to something because originally it must have been death. But that's an experience that you have. It's not something that you just not living. Not for us. Not for me. But evil. What I'm noticing is the foundation or the root natural born behavior of niggas is evil and demonic. Demonic in the sense of not a religious, so to speak, but just motherfucking just unruly, savage. I'm definitely seeing that shit. I see how it'll play out, and I'm indifferent to it. I look at it like a scientist with the whole Popeye crazy shit that's going on. And I'm just watching shit. I'm just seeing these niggas as absolute animals. Less than lab rats. And I'm noticing that the majority of niggas who I talk to that fuck with me on a consultation, you need a consultation. Just hit your boy up. Let me know the 24-hour, 48-hour window to set your shit up. A half hour, $25. An hour, $45. Via Cash App, payment up front. Holler at your boy, my email. I'm going to drop that shit in the description box. I'm back at it again. This shit. I'm in the real giving mood these last couple days. So holler at me if you're interested. I'm talking about all this shit and some. But I'm noticing that these motherfuckers is lab rats. I get it. So it seems that at our core, these niggas is absolute animals. And thought, ways, and actions. Wow. And you just look at nature. In nature, the number one goddamn rule is self-preservation. And at all costs, to get shit done, it has to be done through motherfucking violence. That's what I'm noticing. Now, if that's a concept that's built within this simulation as something that has to happen, as a pillar of this human behavior, that's what it is. I'm noticing that. Or I'm rediscovering those principles. I'm seeing this shit. I'm like, that's how this shit working. So if these niggas is out here on that level, I'm talking about a lot of you niggas might feel like that. A lot of you niggas who feel like you gonna destroy white people and you gonna, you know what I'm saying, everything gonna be all good, merry. That sound great. Like, for example, it sound great if all these niggas just got everything that they desired, killed every goddamn white motherfucker on the planet, had all this goddamn reparation money and whatever nigga fantasy that one may have or aspire to come into or manifest down here. Imagine that, right? Yeah, it'd be great for a while. Me, I don't like monotony. I don't like stagnation. So when I hear niggas talk about this shit, about niggas, just all that nigga shit, makes me think. Because I know, in those instances, around a bunch of niggas like that, I have to introduce a form of chaos. So visually, with my imagination and my creativity, I see every goddamn last one of them niggas, whoever sitting down in the room, I see them all motherfucking devoured and killed and destroyed by unseen forces. Having their chest burst open from like a goddamn xenomorph just bust through them niggas. I have to see death, calamity, and destruction when I see a bunch of monotony and niggas just fucking living their fucking best life. Because that shit has to come, it's good and it's purposeful to a limit. Because it's gonna have to be some form of an adversarial force that's gonna blow that shit up to put order to that chaos that I just caused. For growth, for alchemical transformation, and an embodiment of your true self. I'm that type of nigga. So you can pick out your own coffin. And knowing that being a sorcerer, knowing how to communicate with spirits through music, it opens you up to reservoirs and energy currents that's unlimited, with unlimited potential and untapped potential. Because everybody don't remember this shit. Everybody here that's not the same. So whatever the fuck that's in this melanated body don't have the same cosmic origins as a lot of you niggas. You see what I'm saying? I'm understanding that I have to accept this a part of myself. I have to accept the part of myself that is evil, that is absolutely mischievous and insidious and manipulative. I gotta wear that. And I'm comfortable with that. That's what I wrote for myself. That's what I embody. One would have to be comfortable with that shit. One would have to be comfortable with communicating with spirits of the dead. And you're gonna have to get your hands bloody with this shit. So there are gonna be urges. There's gonna be certain spirits that want to fuck with you and they want to work through you. And the only way they're working through you is you becoming them. It's you mounting the spirits, not getting mounted by spirits. You are a motherfucking spirit. You gotta be that top spirit that's gonna mount them, that's gonna use them. So if I gotta watch motherfucking Exorcist 3 and I gotta embody the Pazuzu or motherfucking the Gemini killer and shit, that's what I do. You see what I'm saying? To have that energy work through me, just to have that to wear that energy and to embody him and let him feel what it feel like to be the rogue titan here in the flesh. Just for a little while. You see what I'm saying? So it's not all good. We're not talking about just love and light and working with the goddesses and the meta nature and all that shit. We talking about the good, bad, ugly, and horrific and abominable type of shit that we embody, or that I embody. So this ain't for everybody. Everybody ain't built for this type of shit. You gotta motherfucking tear yourself apart and know how to build yourself back up with your mind. When you ain't in nobody no more, what you do? What you got to fall back on? But your mind. And your mind better be motherfucking strong. That shit better be chiseled. That shit better be ready. And you gotta be a resourceful. I'm a scientist. You gotta understand that type of shit. You gotta have to fall back on your weaponry and your motherfucking science on how you gonna apply, how you gonna reacclimate your physical form to come back up on some Hellraiser type of shit. So a lot of that type of shit was revealed to me for me to experience by my very servitors. Nigga, they didn't speak through tongue. They didn't even speak telepathically. They showed me a door, and nigga, the only way I can go through that door was to go through it and to experience whatever it is that was on the other side of that motherfucker. And it was pure evil. Pick out your own coffin. I ain't gonna hold y'all too much long. I'm gonna upload this shit. I'm gonna upload it on Friday. Well, I mean, today is Friday, so what the fuck. But understand something, man. Like I said, I'm gonna be leaving some interesting shit in the description box. A lot of the shit I'm reading and I'm studying. And just know that, man. Just know that this energy, man, this shit is beyond physical. This shit is beyond white and black. Cause dealing with certain parts of yourself, you're gonna understand that you every goddamn body on this motherfucker. So why the fuck is you hating and loving this group of people just cause you fucking fall